Welcome to the Dungeon of Naheulbeuk. This is a turn-based strategy adventure. We are a party of 7 adventurers on a quest that is pretty much completely voiced. The characters actually have a surprisingly large amount of character and, might I say, charm. I'm going to do my absolute best to step back and let you enjoy the show when the characters are coming alive with their dialogue and their interactions. This is a forewarning that some of these characters are quite colorful in their language and comfortable in their use of profanity. In an effort to respect the developer's creative direction, I'm going to be leaving in the vast majority of the character dialogue. We will of course be playing on the absolute easiest difficulty. I'm here to enjoy the experience. I am not here to have my teeth kicked in. For this series, I will be editing out the wandering around the dungeon. I will be commentating on the turn-based combat we run into, and I'll be doing my best to get out of the way of the characters and their cutscenes so that you can enjoy them. Please grab your favorite snack and enjoy the show.
But you shall not pass.
That's for the undies.
First chapter, a feeling of déjà vu. The party advances. A steely-eyed ranger, a brutal barbarian, a ruthless ogre, a wizardess with fiery hair, an agile elf, a wily thief, a dwarf, well, you know, just a dwarf. Together they have just crossed into the terrible Dungeon of Naheulbeuk.
This dungeon's nothing to write home about.
Don't know what we'll find inside here, but it stinks.
That's easy. The ogre just took a dump 5 feet from the door.
I've got a strange feeling of déjà vu.
Because of the ogre shit?
Have you been here before?
I feel like I'd know if I had.
Probably not. No one's ever got in here before.
By the way, what is our quest?
We must find the 12th statuette of Gladalfura.
A statuette?
It's written in the tablets of Skellis that only a one-legged gnome from the northern forest, dancing by the moonlight in the middle of 12 statuettes wrapped in ham. As I was saying, only a one-legged gnome shall open the gates of Zaralbak and thus accomplish the prophecy.
But what is this strange prophecy?
No idea. We're only in it for the gold. That's why we came here.
Yeah, and I knocked before coming in.
And I called you a half-wit.
Okay, let's all get along, okay? Let's focus on the statuette.
Do we have any idea where it's located?
Like every statuette, it's in a treasure room, guarded by a powerful warlock. Battle!
Maybe his powers are even greater than mine.
Sounds about right. What kind of monsters live here?
So, if you look at the random encounter table, these are the monsters in this dungeon. Several kinds of undead, giant spiders, orcs and goblins.
Hey, goblins.
Underground trolls, warlocks, cursed knights, mutant rats, a bottle of oil, some toilet paper, 2 sponges, and ravioli.
I think you're also reading your shopping list. So no dragons, right?
Nah, well above our level, Cap. Anyway, let us go forth. Halt! You arrived at a junction and must face 3 choices.
All those doors are closed and blocked off by a strange glowing seal.
Weird. And I'm having another déjà vu.
Oh, shiny, pretty.
Probably some kind of magic lock we have to dispel.
No way we're getting over by some goddamn door. My cousin Klingly always says, if it's magic, hit it harder.
No, wait! Ow, my head. You f***ing more... Where are they? Shit! Hey! Dwarf! Elf! Dang it! Did everybody get lost but me? What was that noise?
This is our first real objective here in the dungeon, to find our 6 party members. So far in between these cutscenes, it's just been a tutorial to teach us the basics of navigating the dungeon. It's pretty much just point and click.
Oh, damn it, an orc. And I'm alone, of course, I'm alone!
This is the perfect opportunity to discuss the matter of combat, a crucial subject when adventuring in mysterious dungeons.
Open door! Gotta go! Me eats bad goat tripe!
No, I'm not done. Go away, you meanie.
sounds like an elf. Anyway, be cool. He's alone. This shouldn't be a problem.
There was quite a lot of text that needed to be read to get through this combat. It basically boils down to you click the square you want to move to, and then once inside the square, you then need to select which way you want to be facing, which changes how combat works. There's actually so much text, it took me so long to read. My character started to do an idle animation. See this little stretching? I thought this was really a fun thing to the developers to have added to the game, but it's turn-based combat. So as you can see, I had my turn, I hit them, they had their turn, they hit me, then it was my turn and I hit them, and so far so good. We are on our way to our first victory.
Hooray! You saved me!
This is... yeah, he's... I mean, they're gone.
There were more than one?
So many I couldn't even count them. But I killed one, which sent them all running. Are you all right?
It was horrible. I found myself in these disgusting toilets. But where are the others? What's going on?
It's because of that moronic dwarf. He must have triggered a magic trap. The whole party's been scattered around this floor. We need to find them.
How about we don't find the dwarf?
No, we'll need his axe if there are other orcs.
Don't you think you could handle them by yourself?
Yeah, that's... even the greatest heroes have their limits. Anyway, let's not hang around here.
Some of these camera angles are just really tragic.
Ah, here's the thief.
Yippee! Plus, he's not the dwarf.
Silence. You'll get us spotted. There are orcs in this room, and they've got bows and arrows.
We need to devise a plan.
Okay, I got a plan. You attack them while I stand guard, just in case somebody ambushes us.
Sounds like something a coward would say to avoid a fight.
Absolutely not. It's very rational behavior.
I've got a bow, too. I can shoot arrows.
Yikes! Another good reason to take cover. When you're behind an obstacle, you're less likely to get hit, even by friendly fire.
Well, got no choice if we want to move ahead. We got to get rid of those orcs. How many are there?
I can only see one of them right now, but the others must be close.
I got you. A group of one. I hate people who make a fuss over nothing.
When fighting alone, charging head-on is fine. But when in a group, a battle must be planned. Careful positioning can save you from crushing defeats.
This time combat is all about movement. Here we need to move around where our enemy is facing, because if we step into this red zone, we will get shot by that bow and arrow. We're going to use both of our movement points to get here, which means we can't attack. It's also teaching us how with the archer, the elf here, that if we wanted to shoot this target, the problem is our ally, the thief, is in the way. So there's a chance, instead of shooting the target, we will actually shoot our ally. Then, as we move our ranger in, we did learn about how if you have an allied teammate also facing the enemy, you get a bonus to your accuracy, and this is followed up by learning about zone of control, where because the enemy moved away from us while it was inside of our zone of control, they immediately and automatically took damage. So far, so good. We have the ranger, the thief, and the elf.
We won!
We did, thanks to my perfect planning. Let's keep going. The others can't be that far.
Ah, finally, there you are.
Yeah, well, we had to fight off hordes of orcs to get here.
Bloodthirsty and cunning orcs, mind you.
And you wouldn't believe the stink in those toilets.
You're losing me. He says he's stuck and can't open the gate.
It looks like some kind of pantry, but it's empty.
He says he only had a small bite.
I see. There must be some kind of mechanism somewhere.
Levers can be far from the mechanism they activate.
Here we go, it's opening!
Aw, I'm happy too, buddy.
I'd have expected him to bend the bars.
He was too anxious to be on his own. Ogres are very sensitive.
All the cumbersome stuff the party finds usually ends up stashed in the ogre's bag, because he's the strongest.
Well, I found some writing materials in his bag. I should be able to map the dungeon now.
The wizardess keeps the map updated. It's usually best to act as if you know where you're going.
I hear something. Someone's coming.
Go check it out.
Why should it be me? Rangers are usually the scouts.
Coward!
Yes, sir. It's a perfectly honorable life choice.
Time for lunch, guys! Come on! Grub time!
Intruders.
Let's eat them too!
Maybe I could go back to the inn to ask for help.
Shut up! We got no use for whips. You have to fight like everybody else.
This is our first real big team fight, and it's where we learn about each of our different characters has one or more
Hold your ground!
abilities they can cast. So here we're going to use the Ranger's ability to up everyone's defense, and then we're going to move a little closer to our opponents. It's also where we learn that the Ogre's ability, they can do this kind of big, belly slam, and by doing that, it's going to create that opportunity attack. Remember, there's this zone of control around our heroes that if the enemy leaves, we just get to hit them once. So when we bump this guy, it opens up for an attack for our ranger, which just absolutely deletes them, which is kind of fun. The wizard here is going to have a ranged attack. Now, by standing behind this table, it means it's less likely that the enemy ranger can shoot us. Notice this big red blast. If we put that over our characters, that is going to damage our characters. So we have to be careful with that. With our elf, the ranger here, she also has a ranged ability, and it ricochets, so there's a chance that we will yet again hit our guys. She is quite dangerous with that. All things considered, so here we're going to take extra damage because they attacked from behind us. All things considered, I think the game is doing a good job of slowly introducing mechanics. For me, this is really a lot to remember. Oh, the thief gets a big bonus if they can attack from behind the enemy. We decided for the end here, it took a couple of turns to move everyone, but I wanted to just completely surround them. I felt like that was the way to do it. I do think the game's doing a good job of slowly introducing things in a way where it's not too overwhelming, but it is quite a lot. There is this after fight screen that I've just been cutting out. It just shows experience and loot and nothing more right now.
Come on, have a taste of my act, you orc scum. There's one dwarf yet in this dungeon who still draws breath.
Yes, we'll kick your face in. You're lucky we're here. You're in over your head.
Nothing's over my head. I'm tall for a dwarf.
This is the first fight where we have the entire team together, and there were a whole bunch of new mechanics introduced. Our ranger here has a secondary weapon, so we have that sword, and now our ranger can also go ahead and shoot a bow. Our barbarian has a big sweeping attack that can target multiple enemies, and we got knocked down. Our dwarf and anyone else can kind of go into a defensive stance if they move, and some objects in the environment are destructible, which is kind of fun. The other thing with being knocked down is that there's a higher chance of taking more damage or something. It got a little tricky here, but we took some serious damage and we have to heal the guy, which is something that a wizard can do. The wizard can not only deal damage, but can also heal our party members. If the wizard does not heal our barbarian, there's actually a pretty big penalty. It's a lot of text. The other thing we learned was our enemies can force us to not be able to move. So the dwarf can't move even if the dwarf wants to move. There are really just a lot of new mechanics that were introduced in this fight. Not a bad thing, again. I think it's at a reasonable pace. There's quite a lot of dialogue and quite a bit of walking in between the various fights. And this fight is probably 2 to 3 times longer than all of the other fights we have had so far. We just have more characters we need to move. Notice at the top of the screen, you can see kind of a blind bar. That's whose turn it is next. So you can see right now it's the ranger, and then there's a little picture next to the ranger for who has the very next turn. It's the barbarian. And if we didn't heal him, he would still be on the ground and there would be a penalty. So good thing we healed him, apparently. Each character does have a little backstory, a little side information about them that's shared along the way. It's a fun bit of world building. It's a fun bit of ways to get us more invested in our characters. I'm enjoying this very much. I hope you are as well. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up if you are. If you hate this, thumbs it down. Let me know. I use that thumbs up and thumbs down as a metric to kind of gauge how you are enjoying things. Feel free to comment as well and or subscribe if you would like to see more. This time we had a bit of a struggle. This ranger was really far away from us. It took us a couple of moves to get closer to our enemy here, and then we learned about another new mechanic. It's called retreating. Apparently, sometimes they just try and run away. If that guy gets to this big yellow square rectangle here, we lose. We got another good opportunity hit in, and I wanted to know if they can move through us. I don't think they can, so I kind of surrounded him again and let the thief go ahead and finish off the job. It wasn't their turn quite yet, and I just didn't want to take the risk. Felt like a good team play to take him out. Yet again, we win. Great job, team.
It's a weirdo. Old dude with staff. A wizard!
It looks more like a broom. Hello?
Hey, pay no attention to me. In fact, you shouldn't even be able to see me. It's just my invisibility ring acting up again.
He's a wizard.
He looks more like a janitor.
That's very reductive. I'm the head cleaning operative of this dungeon's mortuary maintenance, Janos Hitor. I deal with the corpses left behind by adventurers. The smell would get unbearable without me.
He's just gonna eat this orc if you don't mind.
I don't, as long as the floor stays clean, and it means less work for me.
Ew, I'm gonna be sick.
We're looking for a way to the next floor.
Usually, people like to take the stairs.
Yes, but there are some magic locks.
Really? Didn't notice them. I must be immune thanks to a spell of mine which enables me to go wherever blood has been spilt.
We could make him take us to the dungeon, Master.
Yes, take us with you.
Nuh-uh. No time for such threats. Got work to do.
A wizard. That was a wizard.
He realized he should withdraw with haste.
Who's this haste guy?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa, what the is going on now?
Welcome to the fabulous contestants of our show, The Wheel of Misfortune.
Talking goblin. Impossible.
He must be half goblin.
Yeah, but what species could look at a goblin and want to have its babies?
Mix violence and alcohol and bam! Anything can happen.
Here we have our squinty-eyed ranger, our headstrong barbarian, voracious ogre, an almost but not quite wizard, a gawky elf, a chicken shit thief, and a dwarf. You know, just a dwarf. Welcome, dear contestants. Have a go at our wheel and discover your destiny.
If there's loot to be made, we should try. We'll kill him after. Come on, I'm giving this shit a spin.
Wait. Be careful. This game could be cursed in some way.
Great! Our friendly contestants just won 5,000 gold coins.
Epic.
Yeah!
And since we're not stingy, we'll throw in some healing for the entire party.
I do have some split ends.
It sounds too good to be true.
This won't end well. I'm sure of it.
We'll take another spin. More gold. Again. More. No, I don't want to leave. I want more gold coins.
Oh no, what a stroke of bad luck. You just lost all your previous winnings.
What? Did we lose everything?
Little rapscallion.
They skin you alive. Give our money back.
Come on, don't fret. You can decide to stop playing now or go for one last spin. But I must warn you, the consequences could be dire.
It's not such a good idea to keep going. This seems to be rigged.
No, just one more. I'm going to win it. I can feel it. Gold coins. They're calling to me. Calling to me.
He's totally lost it.
Come on. No. I want to win our gold back. I can do it.
Great! Our brilliant contestants win the highest prize on the Wheel of Misfortune, a formidable magic amulet.
Yippee!
Magic item. That's useful.
What, that's it? Is it made of gold at least? Can we sell it? Give it to me!
Whoa, 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 but you'll have to earn such a coveted prize. It comes with a challenge, a fight to the death.
What?
Let's run!
Oh, crap.
Well, I'm signing off, but let's hope to meet again soon.
I cut out about half of the dialogue from that Wheel of Spin thing. It was a fun little interaction, but it felt really long. Now, because they're so far away from us, there's no way to move and hit them without getting attacked on the next turn by all of them. So we decided to open up with the Ranger's range attack, since we have that option, and let them move towards us. I felt like even though we had to skip 2 of our turns, it still put us in a position of strength moving forward. Here we made a mistake. We were going to use the Ogre here, his big belly bounce, and knock this little goblin guy away, but see, our ranger isn't facing the goblin. It's actually facing to the right of the goblin, so we did not get the opportunity attack. It was a little upsetting, but, you know, mistakes will happen. We're going to take advantage of the grouping of these enemies here and our mage's giant range attack, and we should be able to wipe quite a few of them safely. Now, we can move and attack, or we can move twice. Here we moved and then attacked, but there's been times with the bandit, like or the thief in the last fight, where we ended up moving twice and just not getting any attacks in. So it was nice to get him involved, and the ricochet shot here was a really safe shot, and it killed 2 of our enemies. It feels like these ranged heroes are definitely stronger than the melee heroes. Just the ability to completely eliminate an enemy before they can even touch us. How can you argue with that? You know, don't get me wrong, the Barbarian here, you know, gets behind the enemy and takes a big whack at him and takes him down in another good hit. But he had to walk all the way over there, get in range of our enemy, and then get involved with the fight. I'm not saying the melee heroes are weaker, but right now in the beginning, it definitely seems like these ranged heroes are just definitively a huge advantage. We got poisoned, which was a little upsetting, and this introduced the mechanic of reinforcement. See these red squares? It's not just a potential for our enemies to retreat, but in addition to that, if we don't get things done in a certain number of turns, there's going to be consequences, and we're going to need to fight quite a few more of the enemies as they move into our range. All in all, if we don't heal the ranger here, there are some consequences to being poisoned. It was a lot of text, and suffice to say, you take damage, it's not good. So we healed him, but then we wanted to attack from behind for the bonus, and then we got poisoned again. So mistakes were made, but we're learning, and we are moving forward.
Ha! We got him good.
Easy. He's gone, and so is his wheel.
Pernicious parsley pies. The only thing left of him is that amulet. It has the same symbol as that weird magic seal.
Who gives a shit? It's made of gold. It's mine.
Wait, magic items can be very dangerous.
Who gives a shit? Whoa, I don't feel so good. Help me! No!
Hey, Dwarf! Get back here or you'll make the elf happy.
Good riddance.
We've got to get that moron back and continue on our quest.
Hello, noble adventurers. Would you be interested in some magication?
Hi, are you a wizard?
Oh, goodness me. I'd never. I'm a far magician. Pirin, Tobias Pirin, at your service.
Far magician? What is that exactly?
I create magical medications called magications. I'm specialized in magic pharmacopoeia, called Far Magic.
Fine, but what's it for? Does it actually work, or is it bullshit?
For example, I have amazing preparations for people who quit drinking or to get rid of hangovers. Adventurers tend to like those.
This is a rather unlikely place for a shop, isn't it?
Well, it's cheap. I got this spot for peanuts. I'm currently just settling in. Come back later. I'll show you some interesting magications at very affordable rates.
Huh. I thought that no one had ever entered this dungeon before.
Oh, quite the contrary. It's very popular. Who told you such things?
Our sponsor. Some hooded guy we met at Twisted Veil.
Yes, typical hiring procedure for a party of beginners.
Say, by any chance have you seen a dwarf? He's sort of dwarf-like.
Why are we looking for him? We're doing fine without him.
No, I didn't see him. But if he's small, he could be sneaking by right under our noses.
We're also looking for the third statuette of Gradual Fulcrum.
No, the statuette of Gladradulfa.
I thought it was the backhead of Rapadulfra.
No, that's not it. It's... wait, our sponsor wrote it down on a piece of paper. The 12th statuette of Gladulfra.
Never heard of it, sorry. but you should ask around at the inn. Maybe someone will know about it.
Yeah, right. An inn in a dungeon?
Come. And in, do they have ale?
Some areas are open to the public. Take the stairs. You'll see for yourself.
This is all a bit unnerving.
Our victorious party travels forth in its quest for the statuette and their vertically challenged companion, who disappeared after taking hold of a mysterious amulet.
I really can't believe that we have once again lost the dwarf. It's a little funny, and it's also kind of fun to see the dynamic between the elf and the dwarf. They don't quite get along. It's nice to get some personality from the thief, kind of the scaredy cat. We know the ogre is sensitive. We know the wizard's really a wizard in training, and I've really been enjoying this first chapter, and I hope that you have as well. If you learned something or enjoyed this video, share it with a friend. If you are new here, subscribe now. If you have joined and enjoyed before, welcome back. If you would like to see more quality content, please consider joining me in supporting the channel through Patreon and utilizing the affiliated links. Thanks.